The rich get richer, especially in baseball.
It's actually great for baseball. It keeps the top 7 to 8 players in New York, LA, and Philly. What about the A's? Nobody in Oakland cared about the A's.
Nah.
What about the small market teams? Pittsburgh's got a billionaire owner. They won't spend the money. That's a you problem, Pittsburgh. Soto, Judge, and Lindor in New York. Harper in Philly. Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, and Ohtani in Los Angeles. Every league except the NFL benefits with certain superstars playing in certain markets.
Let's talk through that. Obviously, the answer is because in baseball, they don't have a hard salary cap. So the onus is on the organization. The onus is on that billionaire owner to go out there and spend that money. Where in the NFL, they're all billionaire owners, but because they have the hard salary cap, as much as I want the best player, I got to manage it against other resources, other talent, the personnel, etc. So in baseball, like Colin was saying, 3, 4, 5 cities, markets, they all get the same players. Now, every now and then you see it reshuffle the deck and the competitive balance gets outside of those markets. And this year we had a World Series with New York and LA. Who couldn't dream up a better scenario? That was nothing short of fascinating, and the ratings reflected that. Well, with that said, it does bleed down to some of the smaller market teams because it keeps them in the loop because of their aspirations, right? You can't get all the talent on those few teams in those few cities. So therefore, there's a trickle-down effect where every now and then you will see a San Diego pop up. And San Diego is not a major market, closely connected to LA, but it's not Los Angeles. So you guys can see how baseball is coming with a different model than football, than even in basketball that has smaller rosters, but still basketball has an issue because its talent goes to smaller markets even more so than even in baseball.
It's the NBA right now has a huge problem. Their best players are in Denver and Milwaukee and Minnesota and Oklahoma City and San Antonio.
Yep.
And it's crushing ratings for the last 3 years. Fox Sports just had a massive, up 73%, a massive postseason in baseball.
Now, unfair to basketball because this is how you play with statistics. You go out there and say that over the last 3 years in basketball, because all this youth movement and the stars, like he's talking about Jokic and Wemby, and he's talking about SGA, they're all in these small marketplaces compared. But we went through that era before. Where do you think Tim Duncan was, right? We don't have to act like this is something new. And even Miami, as much as it is a great city and cosmopolitan, Miami is not LA and New York, right? In terms of television networks and ratings. And that's how the rigging really goes on. To jump ahead a little bit, maybe Colin's going to touch on this, the television ratings. People always get caught up in fan attendance, and that's part of it. That's a lot of money too, but it doesn't compare. It pales in comparison to what you can get from a television network and already have that check cashed before you even open up the gates for the fans to show up. Before you even turn the lights on in the stadium, you already made that money. So in a sport where you have the revenue sharing, then you're talking about the television networks. So then the television networks are paying for the teams and the league for the high ratings. Well, where do you get the highest ratings? Typically in large markets, and especially if you have rivalries in those large markets. See how the rigging goes? Same thing with a product. You got this great product, and there's 2 ways you're going to do it. You say, one, we're going to go sell it to where the people are the most. China. You've been talked to, everybody. Everybody's going to China, TikTok. You got to go sell it in China, TikTok shop. Or India, etc., right? And then once you have the product where all the people are, then you have the highest opportunity to get return on investment. Television ratings no different. They're like, where are the people? New York, LA. Okay, let's bet on those games. Okay, now those teams are betting on those players and paying for the highest players, the best players like a Juan Soto, etc. It's just a rig, y'all. Sorry for y'all in the small markets. It's still going to be some opportunities, but it's a different animal.
Because you had the biggest stars in the right cities. It's not a network, and networks are paying 30% of the revenue.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a network's responsibility to make Oakland's owner more legitimate. or for Tampa's billionaire owner to spend more money. These guys are just stuffing it in their pocket. Kansas City's owner, Pittsburgh's owners, Mariners owners. I grew up with the Mariners. There were times they had one of the richest owners. They didn't spend like it. And so New York can and does. Mets and Yankees. Dodgers can.
Now, they all can. It's just not as fiscally responsible for some other markets because they don't have all the ancillary bumps like you do in New York and L.A., right? The gate attendance, sometimes the stadium size, the licensing agreements, the sales and marketing force locally, et cetera. You don't have the same bump. You know, slanging it in Buffalo in football, a little different than slanging it in L.A. I digress.
I mean, if you go look at why the postseason was up 73%, it was stacked rosters. Stacked roster in Philly with a superstar Harper, stacked rosters in New York, Los Angeles, the San Diego Padres, and now Francisco Lindor gets Juan Soto. Must watch.
Got to see that.
I mean, it's only 4 at-bats. They're not going to solve any pitching issues. We'll see how their bullpen is, but sports socialism, like real socialism, doesn't really work. And people now are more distracted than ever. So you've got to give them big superstar players and big recognizable brands.
Oh, let's get on some socialism. Why doesn't that work? You know why socialism it doesn't work? Just the spirit of socialism, like, you know, this whole connectivity. We all uniformly will succeed and fail together. We keep this level. It's because deep down, we're some selfish mother suckers. You know, we try to act like we're so selfless, but we're really selfish, and it's a balancing act. And the only thing that selfish and selfless have in common is self, which we know. And I always think about this. You ever think about this? Like, I'm like, what if I'm really down and out? You just, you know, all bad. I'm in Job, right? I am Job. Forget that. Who's going to help me out? And ultimately, everyone will help you out as long as they already got their help. Everyone will help you get to where you need to go as long as they're good. Think about it. Even your best friend. Your best friend's like, dog, you hit your best friend up. You said, man, I need 10 stacks. And he looking at you like, damn. If he got more than 10 stacks and he got 20, he probably like, yeah, I got you. Maybe he ain't going to give you half. But if he good, he got you. What if he ain't good? Dog, I ain't got it. That's it. That's it. Ain't no more to it. Ain't that crazy? Like, you be like thinking, who really going to just help me to the point where they hurt themselves? They like, I don't know too many people like that. Do you? Maybe I got bad friends. But I know I'm going to help you, dog. But I got to be good, too. Is that the way it goes? Seems like that in sports as well.
You're not just competing against other sports. You're competing, vying for people's attention against Netflix and TikTok and YouTube. Sorry. This is why companies like Disney do the Avengers and they do series. And why Tom Cruise Mission Impossible. Why does it work? We're all more distracted. And it's not, I mean, you can say all you want. All these owners are billionaires. If Pittsburgh doesn't want to spend the money, that is a Pirates issue.
That part.
So New York will spend the money. Dodgers will. Padres will. Atlanta generally does. Houston's willing to. All right, I'm in. But I'm not going to pander to the organization and the billionaires who don't want to spend the money. So I think it's great for baseball.
I think it's great for baseball, too. I'm sorry to say it because I know it doesn't sound like I care for all the people. Well, you know me. I don't even believe in power to the people. I believe power to the person. And you got to be a good person to get the power, right? You got to be good at what you do, and hopefully you're a good person on top of that. But this whole, like, group setting, group opportunity stuff, I don't believe in that. I really don't. And I know it sounds sometimes a little damning, but I don't believe in groups. I don't believe all tall people are good. I don't believe all short people are good. I don't believe all black people are good. I don't believe all white people. I don't believe all of nothing. I believe all of one, right? So just show me that. Well, baseball doesn't really have a problem because baseball has a model that still keeps baseball in possible contention to be one of the top sports in our country. As basketball continues to decline, baseball's like, we're here, especially with postseasons like they had this year. But there is a underlying layer. There is a pressure that comes when you're Juan Soto and it's your turn to go up and it's your turn to get your money, like you don't have the freedom of movement like you would desire. Like being a free agent in baseball means I got to pick between 4 places, right? In football, it means 32, 28, 25. But point being, you got way more opportunities in football and basketball than you do in baseball. Let's talk through that.
It's interesting you're talking about pressures and maybe he doesn't want the pressure of playing with the Yankees. No. There's a bigger pressure in Major League Baseball. And it's to be respected. The players union gives you puts an incredible amount of pressure on their players to go to the money, to go to the biggest money there is.
Keep elevating.
That's the only reason why. I mean, come on, guys. If it was apples, he doesn't leave. He doesn't leave. But right now,
hold on, 15,765, 16,760. I know that the Yankees deal by the money is not as high as the Mets deal, to Rex Ryan's point, but god dang, kind of damn close.
The players union, like, no, son, you got to do this for the betterment of our players. No players union does it better than Major League Baseball. That's why he's a New York Met. He chased the dollar, and it's no different than almost every one of these guys in baseball. They always take the dollar.
You know what's crazy? Life is like a sandwich. No matter how you flip it, the bread always comes first. Did you hear Rex Ryan just say that the baseball union is the best? And everyone says that in sports. I know I heard that even as a football player rep. Oh, the baseball union's the best. And you know why they really say it? It's because they get the most for their players. Get the most what, Marcellus? Band-Aids? Spray paint? Bandages? Money. They get the most money for their players. Simple as that. It's a $765 million deal. What did Tiny get? The same 700-something million? And so in this world, we get dressed up and thinking that it's about other things other than the commerce. It's crazy, man. We all been commoditized. I just want to highlight that point. Like when you go through life, a lot of times, not how you are, not how you feel, not how you live your day to day, but how you're going to be evaluated, how you're going to be looked at as an aggregate. When they sum up, they're going to sum you up by what you got. What's your purchasing power? Huh? Everything's going to get commoditized like that. So it's crazy. Oh, man, I want y'all to beat it up in the comments. Do y'all think that baseball has an issue, or you just think this baseball model is going to continue to work? And when you have big market versus big market, that's when baseball obviously is at its best and the fireworks go. Do you think this is sustainable? Do you think they could keep this going? I love Juan Soto. The dude's a beast. Look, when you're 21 and you're the batting champion, you're 19 in the league, dude's got talent, passion, personality. You can sell what he does, the Soto walk and all that stuff. It's just, dude is box office, as Stephen A. Smith would say, right? So respect to Juan Soto being another one, Mookie Betts, all those guys out there, this young movement of just talent everywhere. Sorry, talent in 4 places. Make sure you guys log on to projecttransition.org and become an anonymous donor. Yeah. I don't really love Anonymous because I love to give you credit, but hey, if you don't want the credit, I ain't giving it to you. Anonymous Donor made a monthly $20 donation supporting Project Transition. That is love. Help us educate and empower the underserved. You know what we do? We take them and give them exposures and experiences. Basically, grand field trips. So we take kids from underserved communities and take them to the top of the mountain so they can see affluence, different pathways to success, introduce them to CEOs, introduce them to vice presidents so they can see it's not just about being an athlete entertainer, but we also take the kids from the top of the mountain, take them to the bottom of the mountain so they can have greater perspective, see different ways to have pathways to success as well. Right? It's not just mommy and daddy's business. It's other ways to go out there and achieve your goals and also take care of yours. So we're in this together. ProjectTransition.org is doing amazing work out there. And if you are a giver every month, a gym member, guess what you get? You get this. I will hook you up with this book, signed, sealed, and delivered. Never shut up. Like Amazon, I send it right to your doorstep, right? So become a gym member, giver every month. Go to projecttransition.org. I can't stall no more, can I? Without further ado, it's time for me to get my freestyle on with this nasty voice I got. I turned 50 and I lost my voice. It's all good. Let's get it. Let's get it. Ooh, that's loud. Dang, it was loud. Oh, look at my son. That's Biscuit. Number one, Biscuit. That's my little boy. He about to risk it. Oh, Juan Soto switching sides, made the move from Bronx to Queens. Something to prove. He's a Met on a mission, playing with some precision. Let the Yankees buzz get loud, but Juan Soto at Citi Field, he got the crowd. League got better, cause Soto's making it wetter. Yo, we still in NWA beats. Y'all hear that? Let's get it. Cause the storylines stick. Man, getting Juan Soto, man, that's a top pick. When the big markets clash, Juan Soto just chilling with all that cash. Hey, that's my little one right there. Go, girl. Hey, hey, hey. From the Bronx lights to the Queen stage, the kid got swag, a new page. But the game's in the zone. No matter what, Soto's home, and he gonna get it, and it's on, because you know me, you see me on every show you ever seen. Look at me, always looking so clean. Look at me, always rooting for my team. Look at me, I'm out here living dreams. You look at me. That wasn't bad. Give it to that boy. What's up, y'all? It's Marcellus Wiley, founder of Project Transition and proud gym member. I'm excited to share with you an opportunity that will support our kids on their mission to making their dreams a reality. At Project Transition, we believe that real change comes from consistent action and support. That's why we invite you to join our powerful gym membership program that is making a difference every single day. As a gym partner, by giving every month, you'll fuel our mission by providing monthly support that turns into real empowerment and education for underserved youth. Your commitment reduces school dropouts, nurtures communities, and funds impactful programs like the Rising Stars Academy that we share. Together, we can turn potential into prosperity. Join the group of community champions driving change. Your contributions will help aid success by providing essential educational resources, building critical life skills, and fostering community strength. There's no better feeling than knowing your support will ignite hope, foster dreams, and empower the next generation. Join us today and be a part of transformative change. Help our youth become greater than their greatest excuse. Become a gym partner. Thank you.